Can you guys feel it? Can you feel what kind of vlog this is? Because I can. All up in here. All up in this bitch here. It has been festering for weeks now. For weeks, you guys, and it's finally time that I just bitch to you all about it. Hey, how's it going, everyone? WTFSexyHeadphones here. Happy Fridays or Saturdays to you guys. I'm not used to saying that, am I? We are on a roll this week. Lots of vlogs, no gaming. I'll try and work on that, so sorry. Anyway, as some of you guys may know or remember or not, whatever it might be, I am working on my master's degree, and currently, really, it just sucks. Mainly because I'm a sucky student, to an extent. I have straight A's, but, like, I'm bad at studying and things like that. Realistically, it's easy to get A's in online schooling, if that makes sense, but I don't really feel like I'm learning much. But that's not even what it's about. Well, that's not what it's about. Let's go on. Anyway, what the issue is apparently when you do online schooling, and particularly master courses, you just have the shittiest fucking professors known to man. And you would think that that's not how it should work. Because if any of you guys know how the awful American education system works, not only is school really pricey already as is, but depending on the type of degree you're going for, the classes are more and more expensive. So a master's class, at least where I'm going, is more expensive than getting an undergrad course, like working on a bachelor's or, you know, going to a community college. So it's an expensive fucking course. They're like $2,000 and some odd dollars per fucking course. Expensive as shit. And then that's not even including books and all that fun shit, but whatever. So you would think that you would have competent teachers, but you just don't, and it is killing me inside. I'm assuming that they just are sitting on some tenure. They got some tenure going on that they're all cushy and sitting on, and so they don't give a flying fuck about anything else. And let's be for real. At least with my classes, they don't have to teach. You know what my class is right now? I'm in project management, and this is what happens in my class. Read these chapters of this book that you bought, and then do a discussion. Read these chapters, answer some questions. Read these chapters, do a paper. That's the extent of my schooling right there for you guys. It's literally you self-teach yourself by reading a textbook, which I hate because I cannot focus on reading textbooks. I am a scatterbrain. I have a squirrel brain up in there. It is difficult for me. I hate it, but that's besides the point. We're not even talking about that. That's just on me. And that just is what it is. But this fucking teacher I have right now, this damn professor, is the second or third just stupid mofo that I've dealt with that I'm just like, should I even bother with schooling? Should I just quit? You make me feel like I should quit. If you guys will crawl, actually almost a year ago, I'm pretty sure I ranted to you guys about this because why wouldn't I, right? I had a professor where, to make a long story short so we can get into the real rant here, we had a paper due. I'm terrible at that stuff. Again, I'm not good with studying and things like that. I'm just terrible at it. I needed some clarification on what this meant in the paper for what they wanted. And I was like, okay, so I called him and I was just like, I'm just trying to make sure I understand the material. And so I'm asking, I'm like, so with this, what they're asking for, and I just gave him a generic example. I didn't even tell him what my paper was on because it was a broad spectrum of what it could be on. I didn't even tell him what my paper was on. I was just like, so with this concept, I'm just confused. So and I give an example. I'm like, it's like this, right? And he's like, if I tell you anymore, I'll be giving you the answers. It's in your textbook. I already read my textbook over multiple times and I still wasn't understanding it. Again, not a great student. That is not where I thrive, is in school. I need help. I'm literally asking for a teacher to teach me, and they downright refused and was just like, if I give you any answers, or if I tell you anymore, I'm giving you the answer. Bitch, you don't even know what the topic is. There's a broad range of topics that this could be on. And the example I gave wasn't even one that I was going to use because it didn't even work with my topic I was doing. But I got no fucking answers, and I'm just like, okay, I guess I'll just YOLO this and hope I don't fucking get an awful grade. But now we're back at it again with another really ridiculous, incompetent teacher, and I just can't. I can't. This is all through emails. Why don't we go consult the emails? But to give you background, if you guys remember, or if you watched my most recent vlog, I was through a hurricane recently. To my knowledge, at least with what I've read, it was the second worst hurricane to hit Louisiana outside of Katrina. Thankfully, I wasn't for Katrina. I was in the north where there's tornadoes and not hurricanes. Thankfully, I wasn't a part of that. My boyfriend was, and he told me how shitty it was. Thank God I wasn't there. But I was for this one, which, again, we made it out okay, as you guys can tell, as you can see, as you can know. That's all great. But we were without a power for a week. We were out of internet for 2 weeks. So I messaged my professor a bit before the hurricane hits while me and my boyfriend are hurricane prepping. And let's just go to the emails. You'll see where this goes very quickly and what's wrong here. So shall we? Let me just pull up my little email. It's already pulled up. Okay. So I send my teacher a message like, hey, this is Taryn with your project management class. More or less, I just want to let you know, like, this is where I live. I tell him where I live. We have a hurricane coming. And I am mad. And it's coming about the dates that my projects were due that I had to do. And I'm like, I'm guessing I won't be able to turn this in and I don't have it ready right now. But the days that it's due is when we get slammed with a hurricane. And it's pretty easy to say I won't have power after a Category 4 hurricane. So I'm like, I just want to make sure, I just want to let you know, most likely these assignments are going to be late because of that. I just want to know what can be done about that. Pretty much, I want to know what can be done because I don't want to get docked points for a natural disaster literally nobody can control. This is what I got back, which irked me a little bit, but whatever. Thanks for the note. Yes, I do accept late assignments for sure. See posted policy. It annoyed me because I know that you take late assignments for a dock of points. I know late assignments can be submitted, but they're dock points, but that's not what I'm trying to get at. But nevertheless, I'm like, fine, I'll look up the policy and just expand it on myself. And again, I'm being super nice because if there's anything I've learned in the world, particularly working in like retail and customer service, being a dick does not really ever get you the results you want to someone you need to get results from. So despite the fact that I'm getting frustrated in all of this, as you'll see, I'm still trying to be nice because you normally don't really get the results you want from someone you're trying to get information or whatever from if you're being an asshole to them. Though trust me, I want to. So anyway, I look up the policy and I'm just all nice, like, thanks for the reply. I'm using my phone as a hotspot. This is days after the hurricane, by the way. Pretty much telling them I'm using my laptop and I'm using my phone as a hotspot that's working like shit right now. But I'm using that to try and get my assignments turned in. I was able to pull up the policy, so it shows natural disasters, particularly those that lead to a loss of power and internet connection at the time of the assignment deadline, are eligible for an exception to not be docked points. Though I do see below it mentions trying to send you some kind of documentation. What kind of documentation would you need from me to keep me from getting docked points on week 8's assignments? Shows natural disasters needing documentation, but I'm not certain exactly what you need. Best I can think of for now is the power outage map for St. Tammany Parish and the power status, which currently shows 82% without power. And then I linked him to the website. Like, again, I told him where I lived. I sent him this power outage because I'm just trying to be proactive. Like it says, you need documentation. This is the best I can think of right now. You let me know what you need, though, so I can get it to you. This is my response. Hope the power comes back soon. Mine is out as well. Well, okay, professor who lives in Pennsylvania. I'm sorry your power is out too, buddy. It will probably come back on potentially quicker than mine, but that's really not the issue. I sympathize for you because his power is out, to my knowledge, from the same hurricane, while he, if you guys know U.S. geographics, I guess, Pennsylvania is way north, but they were in the path of it. They got a lot of flooding, so they got impacted too. Whatever. At this point, you know, we'll just skip to that later. So I respond back when I get my assignments in. I'm like, sadly, still no power. However, I just want to let you know I submitted both assignments for week 8, the project and the discussion. I'm pretty much proactively letting them know, hey, they're in. So in case if you didn't realize, you know, if you can grade them as quick as possible, or just so you know that I have them in. I don't know what notification shit they have on their side, but I'm trying to just be proactive and be like, hey, I got the assignments in, just so you know. I have no power either, but mustering my way through this all. Again, I'm not trying to be a dick. I sympathize. You have no power. That sucks. I have no power. That sucks. Like, I'm not trying to create a sob story here. I'm just trying to give an explanation for why my work is late, but I'm not trying to do anything else with it. I'm just like, hey, I still have no power out, so just so you understand, assignments might be all fickle, whatever. I'm going to do the best I can, but I got these in for you. That's all this is. Again, just being super nice. Like, I'm getting frustrated because I'm like, you are not giving me any answers. You are giving me no answers to the shit that I'm asking or trying to figure out or make sure of or whatever. Like, your response just keeps being the same. And it's like, can we talk about my grade, please? I get that you're in a shitty situation. I'm in a shitty situation, but I can't fail this class, okay? Because right now, because of all this shit, I was having an F in that class. And I ain't fucking failing this class. Because that's shit. So anyway, again, still being nice. Hope you get it back soon. I feel that pain. When you do get to the week 8 assignments, will I be docked points, or was the one website I sent sufficient enough for documentation? If not, I need to know what documentation you need. Thanks. He responds, no documentation needed. Turn the assignment in as soon as you can. Well, I already told you I turned the assignment in, but yes, whatever. No document. So now I'm just under the assumption of, okay, I'm going to wait till my teacher grades my assignments. He's saying I don't need documentation, so he probably is just like, yeah, I get it. You were through a hurricane. Like, okay, like, whatever. Like, let's move on from that. Cool. Fine by me. So he grades my fucking paper that was due. And this is the notes that he left on my paper. Thanks for turning in the assignment, which was late. See the attached rubric for your grade. Turning it in on time would have helped too. Oh my God, I can't, you guys, I fucking can't. I literally just, and that's not the end of it all. That is not the end of it all. It's still an ongoing fucking process. So that's what he gave me for my paper. And I have 0 points for my discussion right now. So he graded my discussion at a good 0. And then he docked points on my paper, but graded that, but also told me, you know what? It would have helped if you turned it in on time. You don't fucking say, bitch. You literally told me to look up the policy myself. You know what I did? I looked up the policy myself. You know what it fucking said? Is if you're in a natural disaster, which I would think a category 4 hurricane is a natural disaster, particularly it says in the policy, if you lose power internet connection, that you are eligible to not get docked points with documentation, which I repeatedly asked him about, and you guys saw the responses I got. And then this motherfucker has the audacity to grade my shit like, thanks for turning it in, but it was late. It would have helped if you turned it in on time. You don't fucking say. Oh my God. So indeed, here's where we're fucking at now. I've messaged my fucking advisor twice now, my student advisor twice. The first time, halfway through those emails, I read you when I was like, okay, this is hopeless. Can I get the dean's contact info? Because I don't remember who my dean was. So I was like, can I get the dean's contact info instead then? So I can talk to them, because the policy stated you can message your dean or the professor or both if about these types of things. Figured going through the professor would make more sense, right? Like that would make sense, wouldn't it? I think it makes sense. Apparently it doesn't. So I messaged the one chick like, I'm not getting really anywhere with my professor. Can I get the dean's contact info? Because the policy said I can report the policy thing to him. And she's just like, I reached out to your professor for you. Do you have a contact info that I can give him? And then you could just talk to him? I just ignored the email. I was just like, are you not listening to a word I say? Like... So I continued, and then those emails continued, which I told you, like, literally no documentation needed. He just keeps telling me that his power is out as well, not acknowledging a single fucking question I have, literally not acknowledging a single question I have. So then I messaged them again after the no documentation needed, and then after I got that stupid, like, your assignment was late, would have helped if you turned it in on time. I messaged them again, and again, in detail, I'm explaining to my advisor, I have no desire to talk to the professor. I have tried. This is literally verbatim what I was graded on, the 0 points that I have in this other assignment, and this is verbatim what he emails me. The incompetence is flooring. It is beyond just unbelievable. Can I have my dean's contact info, or is there something that you can do? She calls me and she's like, I'm going to reach out to your professor for you and see what I can find. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you. I'm not trying to not handle this myself, but I'm talking to a brick wall at this point. A really ignorant, idiotic brick wall. I'm assuming who's making good money to literally tell me to read a textbook and then just grade my fucking discussion, but teach me nothing and literally not help me when I went through a natural disaster where I literally was running off a generator, running to the state next over just to get gas to run that generator. Shit sucks. That's life. It's fine. We made it through it. That's cool. No big deal. But don't be fucking ruining my grade because I don't even know what. I really just can't begin to understand what the fuck is going on in this guy's mind. And I'm trying so hard not to send very strongly worded brutally honest email like, I don't understand your this is emailing, by the way. I don't understand your incompetence in not understanding the questions I posed, but you literally either chose to ignore them or somehow you didn't understand my question. I'm not really sure which, but you're not answering my questions, nor are you getting to the bottom of any of this. So what do we do here? I just want to be, but again, I'm trying not to because a lot of the times that doesn't solve anything. I get an email from my student advisor. I reached out to your professor. He said that you can contact him at any time with any questions or concerns that you have. Down below, I listed his contact information if you don't have it. Oh, I don't even know, you guys. I don't even know anymore. I'm just like, I literally finally got my dean's information because, you know, on websites how they have the little chat bubble off to the side and it's a robot for a bit, but if you're like representative, it gets you to a person. I just got to some random like strayer fucking help people. Some random people and I was just like, can I have my dean's contact info, please? Gave him my info. Here's your dean's contact info. Thank you. So now, after this, I will be writing a nice long paper for this dean to read about the incompetence of literally everybody, it seems. And I'm just going to have to pray to God that they have some intelligence. Because right now, I'm doubtful anyone who works for this organization does. Because it's just been an on-rolling thing. Apparently, in the undergrad courses, everyone's got their shit together in undergrad, but you get to the master's level, and it's just like... Life is disappointing, you guys. Life is so disappointing. The more I become an adult and the more I deal with society, I'm no genius. I'm no intelligently amazing motherfucker, and I know that. Like, I can be honest about myself. I can be really fucking stupid. But these people just make me feel like I'm a fucking genius in comparison. I'm like... Am I just... Is the world this dumb? I mean, I guess it is, but shit. Like, I can't. I just fucking can't. Anyway, we've been going on long enough. I will keep you guys posted what I hear. And I'll let you guys know how this goes. But let's all just hope that whoever I'm about to email has some level of common sense thought processing. I hope to God they do, because I just... don't know what to do anymore at this point. I am beside myself, and school just seems like such a joke, particularly here in this fucking country. It's just... Anyway, you guys, I hope you have a good weekend. I will hopefully get some gaming videos to you very soon, or streams. Until then...